me, Tiffany, and I'm here with my co-host Tanea.
Hey guys.
And we are back with an all-new Monday video. You know what is crazy is that I have been looking forward to this video since last Thursday, because last Thursday we did the video on the Scandal Season 4 review, which I didn't expect a lot of people to watch because, number one, everybody doesn't watch Scandal, but that's not even the problem. Number two, everybody hated Scandal Season 4. So
I did. Your hair looks so brilliant.
Thank you. Yours too. I noticed your baby hairs.
Girl, you know I've been trying because I don't really have them. So I was getting excited.
Yeah, because I was just like, it just kind of looked like you had like. But anyway.
It looked like I what? Like I brushed some down the hair, baby. Yeah.
Like you almost went into the braid and pulled some hair out.
I did not.
Baby.
I did it. I did it.
But I've been waiting to get to this video since last Thursday, but shout out to all the people who watched the Scandal review, because everybody was commenting and everybody is just as excited as me. I've gotten so many messages about people who are super excited about our reviews. I'm super excited about our reviews. I'm not excited about review number 1 because there's a possibility that I may lose my voice, my life, anything could happen.
Excuse me, because I really miss Scandal. Like, I've really been missing Scandal. Of course, I've been missing Grey's Anatomy, but that's like the ex-boyfriend that you told to get the fuck out your face and he won't go away, so you gotta see him anyway because y'all work at the same job. That's how
she really just played.
That's how I feel about Grey's, but I really been missing Scandal. So.
But then after last night and the Emmys, like, I really couldn't wait to record. So all last night, all morning, I was super excited. Literally 25 minutes into work, my joy was stolen away from me because my job is like hell on earth. So
I know the feeling.
I literally went into work with a positive attitude. I said my prayer, I had my breakfast, everything was in order. I even woke up early enough to get back under the dryer, do another load of clothes. Like, I was so productive this morning. As soon as I got to work, everything turned around.
Work really sucks the life out of you.
It really does. And it's like all the excitement I had about, because I've just been so super excited about the Emmy since they came on last night. My job like sucked away all of my joy. That's why I need to hurry up and become famous so I can do something that I love.
Today was my late day, so that means I really only kind of work like a half a day. I listened to Future and Drake new mixtape twice this morning. I woke up early, like I took a shower. I had time to make me lunch. Like I was really in here chilling, singing, pick me out of outfits. So I didn't have to go to work looking like a bum. Like I really did what I was supposed to. I even went to McDonald's and got me a sweet tea. When I walked into my job, it like sucked my soul out. Like as soon as I stepped foot over the threshold, it sucked it out. And it's just like the most annoying thing ever, because I have to work with customers, so it's hard to work with people when you feel like you want to shoot everyone in the face. Yeah, it just wasn't good. And then I didn't get no break today, like.
And then my job, my coworkers, them shitty bastards, they had the nerve to order breakfast after I had already ate my breakfast. So it was like, guess I'll be the only one eating Honey Nut Cheerios today.
My supervisor did for my break. So, because I went late, I get a late break anyway. So she's like, snag on your breaks. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, you know, doing my little shit that I got to do before I go on break. Oh, don't go on break yet because it's a line. Fuck these people and this line. Like, we got ATMs out the yin yang. So mad.
Anyway, I had a pretty good weekend over here, I must say, if I do say so myself.
I had a good weekend.
And I really feel like, you know, I told you guys that every now and then, you know, you'll get in the hole with your bills or your money won't be right, but you just gotta press through the struggle. And like, even though I still am struggling, I recently had like some cash that was actually not already owed to a bill. And this weekend I actually got to go out for a friend's birthday, and I really enjoyed myself. Like, I mean, I could have been going to like restaurants and stuff, but I almost like put myself on a timeout / punishment. Like, No extra shit, right? Like no extra shit, no restaurants, no fucking going out, no Walmart $100, $200 trips, none of that shit. So I've been staying my ass in the house. But this weekend, I went to the Outback Steakhouse, which was the bomb. It's so crazy because I talked to two people today because I mean, like, Outback Steakhouse is good, but it's not, like, the best restaurant in the world. But a lot of people do pump it up. And I was telling my mother and I was telling a friend and I went this weekend. They was just like, nasty-ass restaurant. What you get? It ain't even nothing in there to get. Like, what you talking about?
Right.
They got endless shrimp right now.
It was not even that, like, it was so bomb. It was just a nice time. Like, it was just a nice time out with friends, I feel like. Because, I mean, not to put myself on a pedestal, but a lot of places that we go to eat, my food is better than theirs anyway. It's just fun to go out and eat.
I agree. Plus, you don't have to hit and there.
You don't have to hear me bitching and moaning. No cleanup afterwards. So, like, I really, really enjoy going out to eat. So,
we also went to go see The Perfect Guy, finally. And we went on Sunday morning at 11
o'clock in the morning.
Like, who does that? Not me.
I'm about to start.
Right.
$6.
Right.
No wait line, no nothing. Bathroom still clean.
But The Perfect Guy was exactly what I knew it would be. I almost wanted to call it trash at first.
I don't want to call it trash.
Because, let me explain. It was beyond predictable. You know what I mean? Like, we all know that a movie like that is going to be predictable, but it was beyond predictable. Like, I almost wish that somebody would have killed her. Like,
right, that would have been a nice cliffhanger for everybody to die.
Or she got pregnant by somebody, or
like
he might be her stepbrother in real life.
I was hoping for, because everybody was like, it's going to be like a cliffhanger at the end. Like, it's really going to be a twist. So I'm like, oh my God, maybe they're gonna find out that he actually like hired Michael Ealy to like make, like, you know, but things just went wrong. Like, I was really making up stuff in my head, like, what could be the twist to this? And it wasn't no twist. But they did tell me that the twist was that she fought back. But in all these movies, they fight back.
Have you seen enough?
Right.
What the fuck?
They always fight back. So that wasn't a twist. I mean, I don't want to call it trash just because even though it was predictable and I literally knew everything that was going to happen in the next scene, it was still good acting. And I felt like it was good writing. It was just predictable. Like, I feel like Sanaa Lathan did a good job in her acting.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That's what I was telling a friend who asked me yesterday, should she go and see it? And my sister had asked me. And I told him, I said, oh, either way, like, I was going to go support Sanaa Lathan more. Chestnut.
Right.
Ealy, like, Black Lives Matter. And they are great actors and actresses, but it just was just a little bit too.
Yeah, this wasn't like a box office hit. It was just like a fill-in, if you think about it.
Yeah, like just
something to put in the movie theaters. It was nothing really. They really, really pumped it up.
Yeah, they definitely did.
But it was better than the box.
I think it's because Sanaa Lathan hasn't. What was the last movie Sanaa Lathan was in? Like that
Tyler Perry one.
That was like pumped up like this.
That Tyler Perry movie where she was an evil little bitch.
Yeah, probably that one. So it's like, I thought that was Gabrielle Union.
No, it was Tyler, because you remember she was actually cheating on the guy with the white guy that she was working for that was her boss.
I think so.
I think it's called The Family That Prays.
The thing is that y'all should go see The Perfect Guy to support Black Lives Matter movement, but if you want to see The Perfect Guy, just pull up Obsessed with Beyonce in it. No Good Deed.
It's a nice date night. Like, you know, take your boyfriend to go see it to let him know that you're not fucking around.
What's Enough? Like, anything, just go see that. And I also wanted to let you guys know that I know that I brought up, you know, that our merchandise shop would be open soon, and I am still working on it. I was hoping that I could have, not that I gave you guys a date that it was coming out, but I was pushing for today. But I have to make sure that everything is perfect and correct and reasonable for you guys, so I'm just pushing it back
for me
a little bit until, you know, probably this week or next week. I don't want to say too much.
I want to definitely say it definitely should be up and popping by the first week of October.
That's a bit much.
Is this the last week of September?
I'm kinda.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought we had one more.
No, so chill.
Second week of October. Up and popping.
You're still tripping. No, see that Don't
We'll
listen.
talk about it later.
Don't listen to her. Sooner than that.
Oh, sooner than that. I said at least by. You notice that when like people like when you go to get something, they tell you 7 to 10 days, but you really get it in 2. That is extra cushion. So definitely by the second week of October, it'll be a.
And also, I need you guys to come under this video and give us any suggestions that you may have that me and Tanea should be for Halloween. We're actually going to tape our Halloween show on a Scandal review, which will be, I believe, October the 29th. It's a Thursday. So, last year we were Ike Turner and she was Bad Santa.
That was fun.
Someone gave us a great idea. They sent some characters from The Color Purple. I suggested I be Mr., she be Miss Sealy, but she's not really feeling it.
I'm not feeling that at all.
I would love to knock her
How
fucking
would you
head
be
off.
Mr.? I would spit in your fucking drink.
He didn't spit in Mr.'s drink. He spit. She spit in his father's drink.
You would just get the drink.
That's nasty.
Okay.
Tell him you don't do stuff like that, because that's nasty. But yeah, so if y'all have
been done to me, already been done.
if y'all have any suggestions on what we should be, I mean, we don't even have to be like matchy. That was just a suggestion.
Somebody said be a cupcake.
Somebody said Kilolo and Yo-Yo, I think.
I thought Kilolo and Yo-Yo.
I mean, not Kilolo and Yo-Yo. Kilolo and I can't remember who the other one was.
Shanae?
No, they didn't say Shanae. It was Kilolo and somebody. But I would like to be Shanae. She could be Shanae. But I'm not being Kilolo at all. But anyway, this is a long show, so I don't know why I'm dragging.
Right, you let's stop playing. We got hella shit to talk about.
Let's get straight into this video. The first thing that I have to talk about is Viola Davis and the Emmys. Notice that I didn't even just say the Emmys because now it has a new title for 2015. Viola Davis and the Emmys, featuring the Emmys, bitch. Like, last night was everything. And I told people on Twitter today and last night, if you don't want to see these retweets, if you don't want to see me talking about the Emmys, mute the fuck out of me, because I'm going to be talking about this shit for a while. So let's get straight into it. The first thing that I have to talk about is the fact that 3 black women, like, see, I feel like people who, a lot of people don't watch the Emmys. Let's be clear. Right. Especially a lot of black people. A lot
for a reason.
Exactly.
Because they never see black people.
Because you never really see black people win
especially
stuff.
Black women.
You never ever see black people, period, winning shit on there. Sometimes, I mean, not too long ago, you wouldn't even see too many of them on the red carpet. Like, so...
Right.
This is a big deal. So last night, of course, we have to start off with Viola Davis. She won the Outstanding Actress in a Drama, which
she deserves. Viola Davis deserves.
Viola Davis deserved that award so fucking much.
Definitely.
And what I have to say about Viola Davis is, it's just first of all, her speech was the best speech of the entire night. One of the best speeches I've ever heard at the Emmys, period. And I love that she always comes and lets you know that she's a black woman. She lets you know her struggle. And she likes to, you know, bring other people up, like she mentioned in her speech. And one of the things I want to talk about was how she brought up Shonda Rhimes. And I had said it a couple weeks ago. Shonda Rhimes really saved Viola Davis. And when I say that, because when I said that last time, somebody was like, because without How to Get Away with Murder, people still knew. I'm not saying that. Viola Davis would have been in movies like The Butler, The Help, Rosewood.
She would have been typecast.
Right, like she would have constantly been a black person in the struggle.
Right, or a slave.
Right, like
something like that. She would have been constantly struggling. She wouldn't have been a sex kid.
But y'all not really hearing me though. Like, Viola Davis had to go to TV.
Right.
She had to take her ass to a TV
movie role
to get this award. And it just shows, I mean, a lot of people don't even know a lot of the things that Viola Davis has been in. So before you open your mouth, go to Wikipedia, because this woman should have been awarded an award #1. And who would have ever thought this is the first African American in 40 years to get this award?
That's amazing.
And like she said in her speech, the only difference is black people aren't presented the opportunity.
Black women,
like, I don't understand.
You can't. She said it's simple. You can't win an award for something that you don't. They don't have the role for.
And then you know what? Somebody said the same thing about the new black dancer. She thinks she's a ballerina dancer.
Yes, I can't think of her name. Yeah.
I mean, when was the last black one of them? Like, we're not. It's so many of us out here
Misty Copeland.
Oh yeah, Misty Copeland. So many of us out here
doing things that technically black people don't
exactly do. Or doing things that, I mean, because it's just. Can anybody else figure out why in 2015 we're still having this black person, the first black person too? In 2015, you mean to tell me in 40 years nobody was could get this award that was a black female?
Like, if it goes towards, like, if not even in Hollywood, just in real life. Look at Tiffany's sister. Tiffany's sister's little cousin graduated from this really, really prestigious high school in Washington, D.C., and he was like the first black commencement speaker in 25 years.
Like,
it's 2015.
It's 2015.
What do you mean?
So don't ask me, or don't be on Twitter and stuff asking why people still talking about this.
Because it's still relevant.
It's very relevant, and it's going to be relevant for a minute. And I love that.
It's going to be relevant until we win that shit every year.
I love
until it's not scared.
That Viola Davis just so happened to have her hair in this bush.
It was not a straight blown out part at all. Yes, go off.
I love that she was one of the only people who didn't get up there and was like, oh, you know, I wish I would have had one of those pieces of paper or pulled out that little paper. Viola had that fucking speech ready for years now, bitch. Y'all don't understand. Like, she got up there and spit this straight from her brain. But like I was saying, Shonda Rhimes is putting black women
on the map.
Like, Shonda
She's definitely redefining how you look at black women.
Exactly.
And that's amazing.
Exactly. And I mean, it's just amazing.
Did you hear about the white lady who said something about
Yeah, I got that on here. The first thing I want to say about her speech is I love the fact that, of course, like I said, she mentioned Pete Nowalk, who is the writer and creator of How to Get Away with Murder, who is someone who's new and who, like, he got Viola Davis on his cast and he just murdered this script. Like, I don't think y'all understand, and that's why I keep telling people, like, you have to watch How to Get Away with Murder. Like, he's brilliant.
It's such a good show. Like, it's such a good show.
It is. And then, like I said, she mentioned Shonda Rhimes and she mentioned some other people, but then she went and she mentioned Taraji P. Henson, who was also nominated for this Emmy. And I said, even though, because there was no way that Taraji P. Henson should have won this award over Viola Davis, but even though she didn't win, the fact that she was nominated, like, you know, even though I'm not the biggest
fan, I was acknowledged. The fact that I was acknowledged for my work.
Right.
It's amazing.
Right. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of Empire, and I do say a lot, which is true, Taraji P. Henson does, you know, a lot of her roles do seem similar. Like, I mean, she's still Yvette to me at some point, but nobody can take the fact away that she has worked. I mean, Taraji was in the front row of the Emmys last night, y'all. Taraji, who came from, we met her as Yvette on Baby Boy. Like, she really climbed to get to that nomination.
If you look at it again, you have to come to TV.
Exactly.
Like, look how many movies Kerry Washington has been in. And now that she's on TV, it's like a big deal.
And what I wanted to say about Taraji was, I already was a fan of Taraji, but I feel like last night made me even more of a fan, because you could just tell how humble she was from when she was the presenter for her and Terrence Howard was the presenter for Regina King when she won hers last night. And when she came up, Taraji, I mean, when she said her name, she screamed. She came up, she hugged her, she gave her award, she walked into the podium, and then she said, "Yay!" Like, it was quiet, and she made everybody start clapping again. Like, she was just so happy for Regina. Same thing thing with Viola, as soon as Viola got up, Viola ran whole time just clapping and just staring.
Because it's a beautiful thing.
I mean,
a great thing to be a part of.
Right, and that's what I was going to say. First, they mentioned Taraji, which... So I'm gonna go. I mean, that was the first person she said to the Taraji P Hensons, but then she mentioned to the Kerry Washingtons. Look at Kerry Washington. Kerry Washington was in the audience last night watching that speech, crying her eyes out because it's just so amazing. And thank you, Viola, for noticing. You know, she said Taraji, she said Kerry Washington, she said Nikki. I can't think of her last name, but I really don't know who she is.
I don't know who.
She's another black actress. She's up and coming. I mean, she's already here, but
Gabrielle Union.
She said Gabrielle Union and she said Megan Good, which I'm gonna get into that in a minute. But they all came on Twitter and were saying how they were crying and they couldn't believe that she did that. But it's just such a wonderful thing for not just us in the audience watching, for them. Like, Viola Davis just opened the fucking door for them. Like, finally. And that's what I was going to say about Kerry Washington. For so long, I was so upset that Kerry Washington did not get that Emmy in 2013 because everybody knew that she would have been the first black female to get that award in 40 years. She even had Diane Curl went and presented an award with her. She looked beautiful. It was the perfect night to me. Until yesterday, I've been pissed with the Emmys and I've been pissed the fuck off that she didn't win it. And then I thought about it this morning as soon as I woke up and I said, it's a reason Kerry Washington didn't win. She didn't win because that award was meant for Viola Davis. And I really feel like Kerry Washington's time is coming. Like, I just have to be patient. I had to come and tell y'all that because I've been upset for 2 years now that Kerry Washington did not get that award, and it's a reason. Viola Davis deserved that award more than anybody. She deserved that award, and I was just so happy for her. And then I was really happy for Regina fucking King,
who's come a long way. Also, we just watched Friday.
Boys in the Hood. Friday, like my mom was gonna say earlier, what she been in? Stop, mine. Don't
countless. Pull
up her Wikipedia.
Pull up her resume.
Like, she won Outstanding Actress in a limited fucking series. A series that might not even come back. American Crime, that I haven't even. And you know, and when I told my mom what she wanted for, she was like, "Oh my god, that show is so good!" And I've been saying for so long that I was gonna watch it.
Such a good show.
Definitely gonna watch it soon, and I'm just so happy for her. And then of course Uzo Aduba, who won Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama, which, if you watch Orange is the New Black, there's no reason that every time she's nominated she shouldn't win.
Can I tell you something? And all of them are great actresses on that show. She should win all of them.
She needs to win all of them.
The character that she becomes versus who she is in real life, definitely she deserves.
And
Uzo deserves.
Last couple things I wanted to say, and then we're gonna move on from this because I could talk about this all day. But of course, we had a hater last night. Someone named Nancy Lee Gran. I guess that's her last name. She's from a soap opera.
One of them General
Hospital. One of them.
Shit.
But you know, she got on there. I had her pulled up.
Yeah, I got it.
She came on there and she was basically like, I really, you know, she was happy that Viola had won, but she was like, I really wish I would have liked her speech. She should have let Shonda Rhimes write her speech.
Why would Shonda write her speech? There wouldn't be her words. It would be Shonda's words, you dumbass. Okay, so then she should have Shonda write it. Then she says, I do too. I think she's the bee's knees, but she's the elite of TV performers. Brilliant as she is, she has never been discriminated against. How the fuck do you know what she's been discriminated as?
Then she went on to say, I wish that I could get roles like her. It's not just about one color actress. It's about all actors. All of us deserve. Bitch, are you crazy?
You know what? You're probably a simple bitch who walks around saying Black Lives Matter is a hate crime. And that's why you would never, I wish I had her roles. No, and that's how I know that you're a hater. Because if anything, her roles are amazing and nobody can do them but her. Like, what do you mean?
And she also had mentioned something about the Harriet Tubman thing, because last night Viola Davis quoted something.
She said, I heard Harriet Tubman, and I thought it's an effing Emmy, for God's sake. She wasn't digging through a tunnel.
Bitch. What? See, that right there just shows how ignorant you are. There we go with that.
I hope you get fired.
Like, I
hope you get let go of off that show.
So of course then she, once everybody starts digging her shit, because you know she's a nobody, and you know basically people who watch soap operas know who she is, but once the world started to see what she had said this morning, she's all like, I didn't mean it like that. I love Viola Davis. I'm always standing up and marching for those people. Those people what? Because as soon as you're called a racist is, I got a Black Lives shirt at home.
I got a black friend. All that. Like ma'am, and start over.
And this morning I said, usually something like this would make me upset, but this lady can't even make me upset.
For what? Because we won.
And Debbie Lee came on Twitter and she said, I know it's a hard pill to swallow, but you're just going to have to, you know, do what you got to do. Team Viola. Like, it's a hard pill to swallow that Viola Davis won that award last night.
Well, hey.
And I'm going to tell y'all, because when I saw the category, other than Taraji, it was a lot of
good shows.
Like, good shows.
Very, very popular shows.
So, we don't have time for hate like that. But, and then I found out that she quoted that Harriet Tubman quote because she's going to be doing what's it called?
A bio?
Yeah, a bio. What's it called? A biopic?
I don't know. I call it a biopic. Some people call it a biopic.
Whatever.
A movie.
She's going to be doing a movie, and she will be playing Harriet Tubman, and I can't fucking wait. I told y'all what the.
But see, the thing about it is, right? Not saying that she won't do a good job. But imagine if she didn't have the show.
Right.
You will only see her as a Harriet Tubman or as a help.
Even though she's going to kill it, still, here we go. Back to a fucking slave woman. And last but not least about the Emmys, because I don't care about anything else but about these people that won. Oh, also I wanted to say that Reg Caffey, from a lot of people know him from House of Cards, he won. He's a black actor. I thought I should mention him too. And Queen Latifah won an award last night too, but not really sure why she wasn't one of the ones where they showed it on TV.
Well, because it's too many.
I don't fucking like it. Queen Latifah should have been.
I think her topic is one that's not shown on the category that she won under is one of the ones that's just not shown on TV. Like, but they only put like major movies that people watch, those kind of topics on TV, even though it's long scrap anyway. Like, that's crazy.
Right, but then we had a fucking Apple Music commercial that was just so Black Lives Matter, I can't even tell y'all. Like, and it's so crazy because last night I was just so excited about Kerry Washington, Taraji, and Mary J. Blige being in a commercial together. I didn't even realize, like, oh my God, like, Apple just put out a commercial with 3 black people acting black. Like,
being themselves,
right? Like, Kerry Washington doesn't have to be
listening to hip hop, like listening to like old hip hop.
And Kerry Washington could be herself. If y'all notice, go back and watch it. Her full New York accent.
She went back to
out and popping.
Chanel.
Yes.
You know you want to dance with me.
Y'all know she from New York. She can turn that LA accent on and that New York accent on real quick. But it was directed by Ava DuVernay. How you pronounce her last name?
I don't know, Ava.
Ava
D.
Who was also the director of Selma. You know, and a lot of Scandal fans know her as the director from Vermont is for Lovers Too, which just makes the commercial even more epic. I fucking loved that commercial. I'm going to be rewinding it and rewinding it and rewinding it. If you don't know, Kerry Washington loves to dance. Everybody know Mary J. Blige loves to dance. Taraji was dancing. Taraji looked amazing.
They all looked amazing.
Like,
it was a very, very good commercial. They should have put it out on Super Bowl.
It's too much going on this week. Like, I don't know.
Is Beyonce about to drop? Like, what's going on?
I don't really know what's
like. This is such a good week so far.
Okay,
and it's just Monday.
That's enough for the Emmys because,
right?
Like I said, this is going to be a long show. But let's get into this YouTube host named Nicole Arbour, which a lot of people have been asking me for weeks to watch this video that she made called Dear Fat People. I never went back and looked for it because somebody had said that it was removed from the internet.
It was.
But when I went and I looked, I saw that they have made it to where you can't comment or anything on it.
Right.
Shit probably got ready.
I was ready.
So, here's what I have to say. First of all, if you haven't watched it, please go watch it. It's
fat
basically her talking about fat people, saying how they smell like sausages, how, you know, we're killing ourselves, it's not a disability.
It's not a disease.
It's not a disease.
It's just that your teeth
people
fat.
Make excuses for fat people. I don't, you know,
just fat shaming is not a real thing. It's a whole bunch of bullshit.
Right. She was like race and gay discrimination and racial whatever. That's
racial. You have a race card, a gay card,
right,
and a disability card. There's no fat card.
Right. It's no fat shaming or whatever.
Okay.
But, so people like this are very, very ignorant.
And like, no, she's like a real idiot though.
What makes it even worse is that she has over 200,000 followers on YouTube. So many people are going, you know, because people like me and Tanea, we can just let that bounce off and go on about our lives. But some people, I mean, I'm not even saying fat people, skinny people.
The thing is, she don't want these fat ass hands.
Well, what I'm saying is
really
it'll encourage other people to start fat shaming is what I wanted to say.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's a funny thing, but, I mean, if you're not a person like me and Tanea, like, you calling me fat can't hurt me. To be honest, you saying that all fat people smell like sausages.
That's some ignorant ass shit because I don't smell like sausages. I actually don't even like sausages that much. So that's fucking gross.
Sausages.
Who wants to walk around smelling like fucking meat?
And this is exactly why, since I have been a child, you can ask anybody, I am so overprotective of my laundry, of my shower time, of everything when it comes to hygiene because people automatically think fat people stink.
Well, actually, I feel like we are the ones who actually stink the less just because we know that we have extra body weight. So we wash really good. We use really good shit. Like, we are constantly spraying. Most fat people got perfume or some type of body oil in their purse. Like, you know, we don't play that. So you can keep that dirty ass comment.
I smell like Gain, Degree, lotion.
I smell like
fucking
perfume
soap.
from Nene's dresser, oil, coconut oil and sulfur 8. Like,
okay. But then it's just so bad because
the thing is, because it wasn't funny.
It wasn't funny at all.
Like, I could see if it was like comedy, because y'all know I will laugh at some shit. I don't get fat people, disabled people, like, to me, old people. It's just funny when Ricky Smiley did that bit about his retarded cousin, what's his face? Rodney. It was funny. Like, you know, like, some things are funny. It wasn't funny at all.
It wasn't funny at all, and it makes me sad because somebody who is fat is going to watch that and their feelings are
going to get hurt.
Really, really hurt. And we're just
she got hope she don't walk down the street and get punched in the face.
Suicide awareness is just so real. Like, it's a day. It just passed recently. Someone, like, she needs to be taken off of YouTube.
I feel like she is it's harassment.
Right.
She's bullying.
And you don't have to watch the video, so it's not like she can say, like, I didn't tell you to watch this video, but
it's everywhere. You put it out as a public thing. So I don't have to, but by you putting it out as a public forum, I can. Because you made it a public thing.
I tweeted it today because recently someone said something really, like, damaging to me, and words hurt. Like, stop letting people tell you that words don't hurt. Depending on the topic, like, fat words don't hurt me, but something else could hurt me. Like, something else that you could say about me, or something I do, or something to do with my family. Like, you really have to be careful because the words hurt. The tongue is a mighty, mighty, mighty sword. And I just feel like here in 2015, we should be past that shit. Like, there are people who are big, who are small, who are tall, who are short, who don't have an arm, who are missing an eye, who can't walk, who have no limbs at all. Like, there's just so many different people in this world, and they deserve to be accepted.
To play it off as, like, she's concerned for your health.
Right.
But you can't be concerned for my health if you're making a joke about me. Like, it's dumb. Like,
so you're concerned about my physical health, but you're not concerned about my mental health.
Like, the thing is, you don't, because, okay, your girl from My Fabulous Life, she replied to her with the video, because she said every time she went to go reply, her comments got deleted or whatever. So she made a video, and she was like, but she was like, because in the video she says, like, I'm not talking about the people who have a disability. She said, but looking at me, you don't know that I have a disability and that's why I'm this big.
Right.
You just think I'm fat.
Right.
She said, looking at me drinking my Starbucks, you don't know that this is Splenda and skim milk. You just probably think I'm sucking down something sweet because I'm fat. Like, you don't know. Like, you're looking at me, you wouldn't know.
Right.
So,
and then I pulled up her little interview from The View because everybody was like, she was on The View the other day, and none of the hosts was here for her, and none of the
hosts were.
And it was so crazy because she was sitting next to Raven Simone, and Raven Simone was like almost like this.
And bitch, we already don't even really like
I don't even like her. And I was like, yes, Raven.
Nobody had time for her. And then the thing is, like, when she was on the show, she kept on trying to act like, you know, oh, because it's comedy. Everybody was like, well, we're comedians.
Right. That's what I was going to say. Whoopi Goldberg and the other one is a comedian.
She said, I want you to take your little bit and do that in front of an audience and see how many laughs you get.
Exactly. And she was like, you're tearing down women as well. You want to have women on your side, and you're pushing them all away from you.
And then she was like, she feels as though if it was a man doing it on a movie, then he wouldn't be, you know, looked at so bad. But see, the thing is, if a man was doing this on a movie, it still wouldn't be his real thoughts because he was acting. So of course he wouldn't get that type of backlash. These are your real thoughts. This is a show that you made this up. You wrote, like, you don't have any writers. You don't have producers. Like, you don't have a director. You're doing this on your own time. So this is how you really think. So of course you're going to get backlash for how you really think. Like, that makes no sense. You're an idiot. You're dumb.
Thought for the day. Watch what the fuck you say out your mouth. Really think about your actions before you start to do.
Did you see what she put up though when she took a selfie on The View? She took a selfie and her caption was like, "My view on things is the ladies on this show. Somebody needs to go smoke a joint. It's not that serious." Well, if it's not that serious, why did you so-called make a show about you being concerned about my fat health? If it's not that serious, like, you keep on digging yourself. Like, the whole thing is, and I think Whoopi said, somebody said it, basically you did this, you're doing this for, you know, you don't care what type of attention you get, good or bad, you're just doing it because you want to be famous.
Disgusting.
It's gross. Sell your soul.
That's enough about her ass. I'm disgusted.
I might punch her in her face, just like, I'm not that disabled.
So let's get into some school news real quick. The first thing I want to talk about is, I believe he's in middle school. Mm-hmm. He's a senior. I mean, he's a freshman in middle school, meaning he's in the 6th grade. His name is.
I didn't even know they did that.
Right, but that's how they said it on, you know, the news and stuff. But
he's in the 6th grade.
His name is Ahmed Mohammed. And he is in the robotics. He's in, like, the robotics team at his school, and he was at home, and he said he decided to make a clock, but he built it inside of a suitcase. He wanted to do something fancy and cute, took it to school, showed it to his engineering teacher. His engineering teacher was like, oh, okay, well, you know, go ahead, why don't you go ahead and put that in your book bag, don't show that to nobody else today. Went on about his day, gets to his next class, and, you know, he just ends up showing it to the teacher. The teacher freaks out and takes it from him. It's basically like, it doesn't look like a clock. It looks like a bomb. He's removed from the classroom. This is the 6th grade. When you're in the 6th grade, you're like 11 or 12. Yeah. Barely. And he was taken out of the classroom to the...
Are you like 10 though?
You can be. It depends. It depends on what your birthday
Because I graduated from...
All right,
I'm trying to think. Okay.
All right, don't tell all your business. They take him out of the classroom and they basically take him to almost like an interrogation room at the fucking school. They don't notify his parents. They tell him that he can't talk to his parents until... Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm wrong. He is a freshman in high school.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I was reading two different articles. You know how they fuck up. Let's read the real one. He's a 9th grader. He's a Muslim. He lives in Texas.
Stereotype.
And he's 14 years old. So anyway, he showed the clock. They told him don't show it no more. He told him not to show it no more. He showed it to another teacher. The other teacher freaks out. They call the police. They handcuff him. They take the clock. They start questioning him about the clock, asking him, his parents. He doesn't get to talk to his parents until after everything has happened. And just to come to find out, it's really a clock.
Why didn't they notify his parents?
They said he couldn't talk to his parents.
No, why didn't the school notify his parents? I would be suing the fuck out of that school and my child would be gone.
They also said that the police told him he couldn't speak to his parents until the interrogation was over. They took him to a juvenile detention center where he was fingerprinted before he was released. And his father said he believes his son was... All of this happened basically because his son is Islamic.
It is! It did! See them!
Exactly. And the boy, what made me feel sad was the boy said that this made him feel like he wasn't a human at all. And he was stereotyped just because he is...
Imagine if a white kid would have did it.
Right. And just because... And people still make jokes about this just because of, 9/11 and stuff. Or you see somebody with a turban and stuff. These are children. And
right.
I do understand that children do go home and make bombs and stuff. But even if they did think it was a bomb, there was a different way to go about the situation.
Well, the thing is, he showed the previous teacher.
Right.
So why didn't the previous teacher say something?
The previous teacher must have thought something because he told him not to show it to anybody else.
Why didn't he say, you know what? Let me hold that until school's out.
I personally think all of the teachers who are involved should be fucking
because
fired.
The thing about it is, I'm granted, you are in school, and because you see something and it doesn't look, he hasn't blown your ass up yet. He didn't blow up the first class. Like, what are you thinking?
It's a really sad situation because it just shows
I wish I could talk to
the stereotypes in America, and it just made, I don't even want to say even if it was an adult, but if it was an adult, I would even feel better. But this is a child, like, he really had to experience this at such a young age.
He doesn't want to build anything.
Right. He's in a robot class or some shit. He showed it to the engineering teacher. Like, I don't understand.
I don't understand why the engineering teacher, if it looked that crazy, why didn't he say, you know what? Let me just take this off your hands. Come back and get it after school.
Well, everybody in the world is offering his ass a job now and offering him apologies.
Hold on, is this a little guy that Obama put a picture of? Yes. And he tweeted, "Go Obama."
And they said when he go back to school, he gonna be wearing clocks like Flavor Flav just to be smart. So
I would.
But just another.
Ticking and everything.
I just feel so bad that he said that. He said I don't even feel like a human. Like that's
sad.
That's really, really, really sad. Then we have right here in Baltimore, Maryland, literally 20, maybe 15 minutes away from me. A fight breaks out in a high school, Frederick Douglass High School, where 2 football players were fighting, which I didn't even know the one who was attacked was a football player.
Yeah, they were teammates.
We still have no idea why they were fighting. It really wasn't a fight. It was really a beatdown.
It was a attack. A vicious attack. So
someone in the cafeteria actually filmed the fight, and the guy is just beating this boy's face, and he's hitting him to the point where you don't even see the boy moving anymore. They said that the boy actually went unconscious. He started having convulsions. Then they had to take him, he got sent to the hospital where he had to get some type of operation on his fucking head. The boy is now being charged, 17 years old. This boy is being charged with attempted murder, and when I first found out about it, I was like, wow. I really fucking hope that it was really something serious, because your life is over. Like, what kind of animals do we have in these schools?
But you know what? I was talking
to fucking children.
I was talking to Tori, and she was like, he could have been like somebody with, I think she said, her sister said it, like he could have been somebody with an anger problem. Yeah. And they said, you know what? play sports.
Right.
Let's try, take your anger out on the field. Like, you don't even know if something's mentally wrong with this boy. Then what type of children are you raising that just beats people unmercifully? Like, what is going on with you?
I mean, stomping him in his head, punching him in his face. I mean, in the video, he's just...
And let's just go past the students for a second. I feel like every teacher who was in that cafeteria should be fired.
If it was even a teacher in there.
But the thing is, I just took it back to when I was in high school, which wasn't that long ago. When we was in high school together, Tiffany.
There wasn't no teacher in there.
Yes, it was. During our lunch periods, it was teachers walking all in through our cafeteria.
I don't recall.
It was always teachers walking in our cafeteria all the time.
I don't recall. Well, maybe I don't recall because 11th and 12th, I didn't even go to the fucking cafeteria.
I went to the cafeteria. Well, see, I don't know, but when I went to the cafeteria at 11th grade.
I mean, the lunch ladies were there, but I really don't remember
We had
any
teachers walking through because teachers are assigned. You didn't know?
I mean, I know they're assigned to cafeterias, but I didn't know they're in there for these are like seniors.
Yeah. They are in, well, I don't know because I didn't go to high school I didn't go to high school. I didn't go to lunch my last year. But it's always teachers walk because it's too many children not to have some type of teacher in there that has some type of order. We went to school, public school in Baltimore. Where were your police?
That's true.
Because let me tell you about our police. They didn't play that shit. They would body slam somebody so fucking fast that was in a fight. Okay, because I went to like 3 different high schools. When I went to Mervo, these girls were fighting. They were girls. Do you know that the police maced the whole fucking the floor? The cafeteria was on the 3rd floor. Maced the whole floor. Everybody was on that floor. We all got sprayed. Where were the adults?
I don't know, but he's being
fired.
He's being tried as an adult, and
he should be.
I just feel bad for his family because I'm pretty sure when he left for school that day, they didn't know that.
I feel bad
because
he could have one of those mothers. He could be one of those kids who act out but have a mother who don't play that shit.
Yeah.
Because you never know. Like, even though you raise your kids to do a certain thing, you don't know what they really gonna do once they leave your house.
My little sister,
right?
Is a
you would never think that Tiffany's little sister came from Cindy. Like, she doesn't act like Tiffany or any of Tiffany's siblings. Like, I don't know where she came from.
That's enough of that type of news. That's exactly what I didn't want to have in here. But let's move on to Beyonce was in a new song with a guy named Naughty Boy, which is crazy because she is a naughty girl. But his name is Naughty Boy, and they have a song, and it's called Running, aka Lose It All, and they have a really nice video to go with it where there are 2 people underwater running and swimming and falling and doing all types of beautiful things. The whole video is featured under the water. The Beehive loves this video. I've only watched the video about twice, but I
haven't watched it yet.
Love the song.
I do like the song. It's a nice
love Beyonce in a slow song where you can just hear her voice.
Yes.
No shaking that ass, no beats, just Beyonce. So it's available on iTunes, you guys. I strongly suggest you get it. It's a very, very good song. Shout out to Naughty Boy because your song is about to go fucking #1. But let's move on to some very exciting news. Last night, DrakeXFuture dropped an album.
Yes.
Titled "What a Time to Be Alive," and
what a time to be alive!
I must say, this is a time to be alive. Drake has the best album names. #1. I'm sure that he has something to do with the title of that. But the cover is filled with diamonds. I love the entire album. Tanea wants to tell you guys some of her favorites so far. It just came out at 8 o'clock last night, and by work being busy this morning, I haven't gotten to listen to all of it. But before she goes, I will say that I really like Dancing. I think it's #3.
Diamonds Dancing.
Diamond Dancing, Big Rings, and I love the last one with just Drake where he's going to fuck.
Okay, so can I say something? I like them all. I really like every song on this mixtape. Like every single song. I like the one with Drake by himself. I like the one with Future by himself. I really like it. My favorite song on here is probably Big Rings. I love Diamonds Dancing, and I love Plastic Bag. I love Plastic Bag. It's just such a great twerk song. It's just so good.
Are you a professional twerker? Go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, but it's a good album. I wanted to talk about a couple of songs on here. Well, not a couple, just one, because of course it came out yesterday. Well, we heard it at 6 o'clock, and before the actual album actually dropped, it was already people out like listening to it, trying to break it down and see what everything meant. It's a fucking mixtape. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not viewed from the six.
Yeah.
It's not what he sat down and like wrote and like, you know, worked on. It's a mixtape.
Right.
Not saying he didn't work on this, but it's a mixtape. It's mostly freestyles or whatever.
Yeah.
So, Diamonds Dancing, he mentions Karrueche on there. And so I think people automatically think he's talking about Chris Brown. But if you listen to it, he just said Karrueche's name. Just because you say Karrueche's name does not automatically mean, you know, you're talking about Chris Brown. And so when Chris Brown put up something about, you know, him being Chris Brown and that's who he wants to be right now, but then he made a hashtag like these hands work. You know, first of all, you probably didn't listen to it because you don't like him. So you don't even know if he is talking about you or not. But this is my thing. Kanye West mentioned you and Karrueche. Like, use y'all as a reference. You want to know what he said about Kanye West saying it? Oh, I didn't feel no type of way. You know... So why can't, like, you know what I'm saying? Why can Kanye West say your name and Karrueche's name and not in a good way, and it's no problems, but you don't even know if, you know, Drake is talking about you and these hands work. Okay, CB, sit. And then later on in the song, he's saying like I'm too good for you. I'm too good for you. You need to go back to the perfect match. Some unstable. That automatically meant that he was talking about Rihanna. How many bitches do we know of that Drake has fucked? Plenty of them. He could have been talking about anybody. He could have been talking about anybody saying, I'm too good for you, go back to them.
He could have
been talking about Serena. Like, that's who we've seen him with lately. Like, we don't know. You don't know. Why can't you just take the music, vibe to it, listen to it, and have a good time?
They just can't do that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just have a nice time. So, I just want y'all to calm down. He's not talking about Chris Brown. He doesn't care to talk about Chris Brown. Like, for what? Then Meek Millie, did you see his post yesterday?
Yes, I did.
So he goes to put a picture up of himself, and then and then the hashtag says fuckboy season. Only fuckboy I see is you, Meek. Like, who asked you to, after your CD came out, and then your diss song, who asked you to collaborate with them on the mixtape? No one. Not even Nicki. Like, come on. It's just ridiculous. Like, if you don't have, you know when it's like when you already get your ass whipped and then you keep on talking and every time you talk you get smacked? Shut up. Like, be quiet. It's no point for you to be talking anymore because we don't care. And honestly, it's like you're in a position right now where the more you talk, the worse you make things for yourself. So just shut up.
If you have not caught that album, I strongly suggest you do because Drake is singing his ass off. Even so is Future.
If you don't even want to get the album, sign up for Tidal, sign up for Apple Music. It's free for 3 months. It's amazing.
Speaking of Kanye West, last week was New York Fashion Week where we saw Lots of our favorites dressed at their best, except Beyonce because she was in Italy for her birthday, but she was still slaying on vacation, sending us videos and pictures. Thank you, Beyonce. But
right.
Kanye West line dropped.
I wish y'all could hear the crickets outside.
Right, because it was like
right along with it.
Like, who's supposed to buy these items?
Kim.
Number one, I'm not wearing the things that he's designed anyway.
Can I say something? I did like that trench coat. He has a couple of nice trench coats. I mean, he has a couple of nice items that you could wear. I mean, I probably couldn't because I'm too fat, but
for $25,000,
right. And the thing is, it's mind-boggling to me because you just were on the breakfast show with Charlamagne, and you were talking about how like you want to be the next designer to make clothes that everybody can wear. But if you don't remember, let's go back to when you were struggling. You rapped so many times about it, so I know you can remember. Could you afford a $25,000 coat, bitch? I can't afford that. Like, what do you mean you want to make stuff that everybody can wear? Nobody can wear that. I feel like, you know what Kanye West should do? I feel like that will really, really boost his sales because nobody's buying that shit. And even the people who can afford it, I feel like they look at Kanye West's line as a joke.
It is a joke to me.
So like, I mean, it's not a joke to me because I feel like, you know, as an artist, he's sensitive about his shit.
Fuck
and he probably has put a lot of work into that. So I'm not really gonna like, you know, do that to you. But nobody can afford that. And the people who can afford that, they think it's a joke. Like, they want to know why you're taking up space on Fashion Week when their fashion show could be right there.
Fucking Anna Wintour had to go see that shit.
Well, you know her and Kanye West are really good friends, so she probably enjoyed it. But, I mean, either way, like, it's just, like, no Yeezy. Like, you going in the wrong direction. Now, if I was Kim, because he probably doesn't listen to anybody else, probably doesn't really listen to her. But
I was going to say, you don't listen.
If I was Kim, I would be telling him, I really think for a good thing for Kanye West to do, put out a line with H&M.
He would never. I think the best thing for Kanye to do is just continue selling shoes.
But the thing about the shoes is, like, he give them away to all the celebrities. Like,
I think he should work more into the shoes. I think he should work more into try to getting them into stores and making more of them because so many
he
people
doesn't
want
produce
them.
enough of them. He does not. He literally makes like maybe 1,000.
Did you hear what I said?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he wants to though.
But I'm giving him a suggestion. I'm suggesting that you make more fucking tennis and just make
I would
money
love
off
a
of that because it's just too much. I don't even want to spend too much time on it because it's just the whole fucking line is bullshit. You know, I watched it earlier when he walked out. You know, after the artist walks out after the show is over, he has on a fucking sweatshirt with holes in it that come past his fucking ankles or something. I don't. The sleeves are dragging down. I don't understand Kanye.
I don't understand Kanye's. The thing is, I don't understand Kanye's clothes, like his vision as a designer for clothes. Like I just can't. Like I don't understand it. I can't get with it. Like I said, the best thing for him to do would be to put out a line with H&M. It could help, you know, because he would get the money that he wants to because nobody's buying it. He's spending so much money on these fucking shows. Nobody's buying it. Like he's not getting no money back.
H&M is too low. You're gonna have to go.
American Apparel?
Let's move on.
Oh, because nowhere else.
Speaking of Kanye West, his wife's, as he said last night, my wife's show, his wife's show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians came back on last night, and if you didn't catch it, please watch because the fuckery is back and
it's
full
real.
effect.
I love it though.
Kylie Jenner is going through an early life crisis because her fucking father is a female now.
And then her mother is depressed from her father turning into a woman.
I didn't even see Kendall last night.
But she's running around chasing black dick. That is really turned Kylie up. Like
fucking Chloe is still talking to Lamar like ain't shit changed. Fucking Kim and Kim Kardashian is just, I'd rather just see her on pictures, because when I have to see her speak on this show, like,
the thing is, okay, I don't really feel like Chloe is talking to Lamar like things haven't changed, but I really feel like she was a good wife and a good friend to him, and she's still being that, because if you think about it, Lamar really doesn't have anybody in his corner, especially since Jamie died.
At least if I was doing it, I wouldn't be doing the shit on the show.
Well, I mean, you can't really help not doing it on the show. They take most of their life. But the thing about it is, she should have cussed Kim out like she did.
She is the princess of Armenia still to this day. Even though at this point she's starting to not even look Armenian. Northwest, we got a couple shots of her. Probably that's how it's going to be the whole fucking season. But the saddest thing about the Kardashians right now for me is Kris Jenner, because I feel like she deserves to be sad. Rob Kardashian, because this man's life is just
turmoil.
And Kourtney Kardashian and Scott, because I'm sad as fuck.
Right.
That like, it's really real. Like, even though I knew it was real by this point, I still didn't
right,
from Kourtney or Scott.
Right. My whole thing with the Kardashians, because you know I love them, they are like family to me. I'm really, really watching this for Kris, Kourtney, and I think that might be about it.
And Scott?
Well, Kourtney and Scott was one. That's what I meant. Like Kris, Kourtney. I mean, I like Chloe too, so Chloe too. But like, I really, really couldn't care less about Kylie or Kim. And I love Northwest, but if you're not gonna put her in a real show, like a real, like, you know, scene where like you're playing with her.
Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's me, Tiffany. It's Tuesday. I am at work, but I wanted to come and tell you guys that towards the end of the video, we got some sad, bad news that our grandfather had passed away. So we couldn't finish the video, and then I had to cut some of the video out because it was some disturbing things in there, because we found out in the middle while we were recording. But I'm just asking everybody to keep Mama Nay and Tanea in your thoughts, because that was like Tanea's best friend, her grandfather. She loved him a lot. So we will still be back, however, on Thursday for our Scandal review. We're still really excited, but just continue to keep everybody in your thoughts, and I will see you guys on Thursday.